Well, good evening and welcome back to Monster Movie Night. I am your old creepy old curator and internet horror host, Bobby Monster, along with my co-host and pal, Boris T. Buzzard. Oh, my evilness tonight is going to be especially great. We have Monster Madness. Monster Madness. That's right. We are returning to the giant monsters tonight, eh, Boris? Oh, yes, indeed. We have Gamera back. That's right. That fateful turtle to the rescue of the Japanese children. Oh, and the world itself. Tonight, he is battling Gaos. Oh, that creature, that bat-like creature that shoots lasers orally. That sounds so horribly efficient and painful. Right, Boris? Anyway, let's get to it, shall we? Let's hop over here to the old internet haunted keyboard. Let's put it in. Let's see, there's a couple of names that it can go by. It's Gamera versus Gaos, or Return of the Giant Monsters. It was made in 1967. So let us tune that in, please. Thank you. Okay, it seems to be keyed in. So let's tune in to the old internet haunted TV. Come along, kiddies. Let's go have some Monster Madness giant fun.
Hands off. I'm coming for you. I've been watching you.
Calling all ships at sea. Violent eruption of submerged volcano. Latitude 31 degrees north, longitude 140 degrees east. All vessels and planes in the vicinity are warned to take every precaution against tidal waves and aerial turbulence. Another volcano eruption has just been reported from Miyake Island. All inhabitants are to be evacuated immediately.
Data, please. Data for the press. Doctor.
Ready. Sorry I'm late, gentlemen.
Oh, Dr. Quo, the earthquake must have been quite intense according to the seismograph.
Intense, yes. Force 5. The disturbance is at Miyake Island, Myojin Reef, which means that the Fuji volcanic range has become active.
Disturbances from south to north, Doctor? That suggests other volcanoes may erupt?
That is an exercise in logic.
You mean Fujiyama? I hope nothing happens. What's that?
Agent! Gamera! Hey, Chief! It's time for you to come home! But it's Gamera!
The eruption of Fujiyama has already attracted Gamera, who is inevitably drawn by any source of heat such as molten lava. A research unit is now leaving on a reconnaissance mission to determine what has happened to the monster. Is Gamera storing heat energy released by volcanic action, or is he already cremated? All the nations in the Eastern world are waiting for the answers to these questions. As soon as the research party returns, we'll bring you the story.
I'm still trying.
Don't forget, the whole country is watching the progress of the Expressway Engineering Corporation. We issued bonds stating that this year the expressway would go into service. And regardless of the cost to us, we must honor our pledge to the nation. Look at the map, Pico.
We've almost linked up the two sections of the highway, except here, where a small group of villagers refused to let our workers through.
We have just been informed that the road construction in this area is actually halted.
Hello, Tsutsumi. Will you please hold on? Osido, I have Tsutsumi, the road superintendent, on the wire.
Tsutsumi, do I have to remind you that it's your responsibility to clear out those landowners so that you can get on with the job?
Don't you agree it's dangerous to resume work here in the mountains before we've at least heard the research party's report?
Now see here. Neither Fujiyama's eruption nor Gamera is any reason to delay the work on the road. So quit looking for excuses and get rid of those landowners or you're out of a job.
Dojo.
What's up, boss, huh? We work, that's what's up.
Oh, so? With volcanoes erupting all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Take our gear on up to the road camp. I'll follow later.
Okay. Okay.
I wonder what the scientists found out.
Sir, did they find any wreckage? Nothing was found. What precautions are being taken? No comment. What is being done? What about the green light?
Is it true, sir, that not a single body was found?
Right. All we can say now is that the eruption had nothing to do with it. And probably not Gamera either.
It wasn't Gamera?
Of course not. Gamera doesn't send out rays.
What?
Sorry, there'll be no further comment till the zoologists make the report.
Zoologists?
Who can wait?
Who put those signs? They weren't here the last time we came.
It's those peasants.
You get over here!
What is
it? Boss. They want to kill us.
Don't get excited.
We can settle this immediately if I can talk to the honorable elder of your village.
Stop it! Stop it, all of you! What's the matter with you? Shame on you!
I want to see the headman of your village.
You can't see him today, some other time.
It's important, I tell you.
No, wait,
Good afternoon.
Hey! Hey!
Will you please go away? You're in danger here! Stop it!
They're beginning to work.
If it wasn't for us, they would start the road building once more.
Let us wreck the workers' barracks. It's the only thing to do.
He's right on that one.
Go and do it right away.
Go.
Right away.
The longer that we can hold out, the more we can get for our land. The last chance for us poor folks to get rich and live like samurai. Isn't that right? Well, isn't it?
Yes, but leave the tactics to me.
Ah, you did the shopping.
Yes, Grandmother. An expressway going through this mountain would mean progress for our village and more money for all of us, wouldn't it?
Yes, although selling the land of our honorable ancestors is not that simple.
Why not? Is H in there?
No, I don't know where he went.
I got that sea story he asked for.
All right, men, unload. Give a hand.
Those villagers are a greedy lot. Be a lot easier for us if they agreed to sell.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you? Hurry up. Here we are.
What? Looks like a hurricane went through it.
Ah, hurricane. Looks like an earthquake. We haven't been back since we surveyed this part.
Deliberate sabotage.
Yes, yes.
The villagers are at the bottom of this. No question about it. Well, we can expect this to continue until we reach an agreement. Anyway, the expressway must be built no matter what happens. Get to work.
Okay, come on, let's get it.
Hey, what's that? Hey, boss, look at that. What's that green light? It was never there before.
Smell anything?
Huh? Smell what?
I've heard it said that a gold ore vein occasionally gives off a strong smell.
Yes, I recall having heard the same thing.
Do you really think there's gold there, boss?
Yes, there could be.
Oh, now I understand why those villagers won't let anyone go near the mountain.
Oh, yeah, so that's...
No reason to turn back, men. The expressway is going to go through anyway, so I guess we'd better check up on it. Quito, take over here.
Yes, sir.
Go, hey, come on.
A green light.
Hey. That was naughty. You know that.
Wasn't naughty. Just careful. Only people that are against the expressway ever come here.
Don't worry. Hiking's all that interests me. Do you know, is there a shortcut to the other side?
Mount Futugo? You're lying. You're a reporter, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'd be disloyal to our villagers if I decided to help you out.
I see. What a waste. If I could just get a few pictures of that weird green light shining out of that cave, I tell you, it'd be the scoop of the year.
Scoop? As important as that?
If Gamera's over there, it's a great story.
Gamera!
Do many big trees fall like this?
I don't know.
Look, boy, in the woods. You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Let's get close. Does it always shine like that?
It's the first time I've seen it.
There's something there. No, don't do that. Wait, boy. Wait. You ever been in there?
No, but as long as we're here, we might as well explore it.
Is it safe? Careful.
That's funny. There's a wind blowing through here. That means there's another opening.
Who's there?
It's an earthquake!
I'm scared, mister! I'm scared! Help!
You hear that? Sound like voice yelling.
No, but if you... Wait a second. You hear yelling?
No. Come on.
You're crazy. Don't come if you're afraid.
Afraid? Who? Me? Afraid?
child.
You know who that is, boss? The headman's grandson.
Commander's got the boy on his back. You men wait here.
Gamera, this is fun.
Honorable one, there's serious trouble. Get off our land. We want no part of you. It has nothing to do with the road. H is on Gamera's back.
H!
Oh, God, come with us. We'll follow him.
Kiko! There's a boy on Gamera's back.
How can we save him?
H-E!
H!
H-E! Oh.
H!
Don't move! It's dangerous! Quick! Start the Ferris wheel! Stop! Stop!
Right!
Gamera, I can't reach! Give me your hand. Get us back on the ground! Take the boy.
No! He's taking off again!
Goodbye, Gamera!
Ichi, you're not hurt.
No, Gamera saved me, and he gave me a ride. Gaos sent out a green ray. He was really angry, and it hit Gamera's hand, and it was just like a knife. It almost cut his hand right off.
You referred to the new monster as Gaos, did you not?
I named it that because that's the kind of noise it makes.
Logical. As a zoologist, how would you classify it?
It's a bird.
A bird or a reptile?
Nothing like this was ever seen by human eyes. Surely this monster dates back to the dawn of time.
Will you explain the rays Gaos sends out, which have a potential of energy greater than anything we know?
We have gathered data on that. Ready? This machine generates sound waves. But because they are supersonic waves of 20,000 cycles, the range is outside the range of the human ear. This sound is used to replace the surgeon's scalpel. The supersonic waves emanate from an oscillator, which you might call a tuning fork, and are concentrated on a metal plate. The supersonic rays, when scattered, are harmless. Yet when they are in focus on one point, they are immensely destructive. The power is quite beyond imagination. These supersonic rays are about 9 million cycles. The inference is obvious. We can only assume that the rays sent out by Gaos must be supersonic waves. The question is, how does Gaos produce supersonics? Slide. The answer is a hypothesis based on deduction. Gaos must have a divided spine. Naturally, the monster would also have a forked throat that produces supersonic waves. These waves have a magnitude which certainly exceed 10 million cycles.
So, Gaos actually has two throats then?
Also 2 spines.
Doesn't that suggest the monster can't turn its head? Certainly, it never did turn it, all the while that we were observing him.
Then his back is his blind angle. Then if we were to attack him from the rear, we should be completely out of range of his death ray.
Dr. Halki, what makes that green light, you know?
The sign of anger or hunger. Many fish do the same thing. When stimulated by certain emotions, they produce visible light.
If, as you say, this horrible creature dates back to the beginning of time, what could have caused it suddenly to put in an appearance now?
Simple. The chain reactions caused by the enormous release of energy when the volcanic range erupted probably woke Gaos from his long sleep. One thing more. Regardless of the sacrifice, Gaos must be destroyed. I shudder to think what would happen if it decided to attack a large city. Colonel, you won't disappoint us.
No, sir. Adjutant.
At your order, sir.
Execute Operation Green.
Yes, sir. Launch aircraft. Hello, airbase. Hello, airbase. Begin executing Operation Green immediately. Confirmed.
There's a light on Mount Futago.
They're bombing Gaos?
That's right, boy.
Adjutant! Halt the attack!
Yes, sir.
Utterly pointless massacre. We'll wait till Gaos comes out of the cave, then hit him from behind.
Too bad that Gamera isn't here. I guess he's gone to cure his hand, where he lives at the bottom of the ocean. Gamera! Hurry and get well again! Gamera!
So great, Well, those battles so far? well, I wonder who will win. But, you know, tonight's feature is also known as Gamera versus Gaos, or Return of the Giant Monsters. Now, the Return of the Giant Monsters was the USA title for it. Of course, Gamera versus Gaos was the Japanese version. Sounds about right. You know, tonight I thought we'd take a new approach, little feature, if you might say, a question and answer type deal. Well, here's a few questions that we've had about Gamera over the years. Now, it says here, is Gamera a good guy? Well, let's see. Well, he started out a little crusty, a little rough, kind of like Godzilla. I mean, you know, he stomped around and crushed a few things and did this, but yet he did one little redeeming factor in the human world. He saved a little boy's life. Whoa! So then from there on, every movie he seemed to be, well, the protector of children. And so while he still stomps around and crushes things, and, you know, he's a giant fellow. He can't, you know, you got houses and things in your walkway. It's kind of hard not to step on them. But anyway, yes, the answer is yes. He is known as a good guy in the monster world. Anyway, what's the next question? Next question. Is Gamera a boy or a girl? Well, it seems that in 1995, they did a reboot of Gamera called Gamera Guardian of the Universe. And it seems the Japanese government discovered that Gamera was in fact female and should be captured and studied. Well, so, you know, we're talking about lizards. Anyway, I'm not too sure actually if there's really a male or a female. I'm not really up on my lizardology, but anyway, we're going to go with the Japanese and say that Gamera is a female. So they should be much better to her, you know, really. I mean, a mother and everything like that. Well, anyway, all right. Is Gamera kaiju? Well, kaiju is the Japanese word for giant monster, like Godzilla, Rodan, and Moth, you know, etc., etc. So, he is a giant turtle. So, the answer, of course, is yes. Gamera is kaiju. Exactly. Now, for the last question, this is a toughie. Would Gamera beat Godzilla in a fight? Well, you know what, dear folks? Since they're both basically relatively good guys nowadays, I'm going to say that they're not even going to try. No. They're friends now, and they'd be fighting together and battling all those other evil entities from outer space and down in the sea and wherever, you know. So I'm thinking that Gamera and Godzilla and King Kong, perhaps, could all get together and beat the tar out of all the rest of them. What do you think, boys? You think so? That's what I think. So, but the rest of you out there can, well, you can decide for yourselves. So, let's get back to it right now. To Gamera versus Gaos.
In here, H.E. Here we are.
What's happening?
Gaos is coming out.
I'm scared.
What will happen? I mean, if Gaos does come out.
Quiet.
I'll go and see.
H.E.
No, H.E. Go to bed now.
I'm not afraid.
But I am. If only Gamera were here when we need him.
Some cattle farm without a single cow.
Might as well go. Can't buy any milk here.
He's accusing us. What of? We never did nothing to him.
I guess he just couldn't stand the pressure.
What are you doing here?
We are only trying to buy something to eat. But nobody will sell us anything, and we are starving. Would you at least sell us some milk?
What milk? Every single one of my cows ran away.
That is not our fault. You can blame Gaos.
You road workers are to blame. Look, Uncle Sato went out to try to get the cows back here. But he didn't succeed, and now he's crazy in the head. He believes the road gang is to blame.
That's nonsense.
You brought bad luck to the entire country. Gaos would never have waked up if you hadn't disturbed his sleep. So you two get off my land! Right now! And don't come back!
Tito, it's not just your place. All the cattle are gone. Yes! We've got to start fighting!
I knew it! Time to act! Call all the landowners together!
Let's go. Who needs milk?
H.E., go and get washed.
Hey, be careful.
Stop. Oh, H.E., I've told you 100 times. Not so loud or your grandfather will scold you.
They've already been in there 3 hours now. All that talk and they never make a decision.
Don't criticize.
All right.
It's unwise to sell the land now.
Yes.
This say when animals run away, we have got to expect imminent disaster.
Maybe it's better to sell the land and take the cash and clear out.
In all the years of my life, I've never known anything like this to happen before.
We all know that if we want to sell our land immediately, we can't get a good price for it. Only I'm so scared of Gaos.
Me too. I can't sleep at night because I'm afraid that monster is going to come out.
You must not be timid. If you show you are afraid, the road company will cut the price way down. You want to hold out for top money, don't you? You want to know how it feels to be rich and live like gentlemen?
Well, yes, we do, don't we?
And put aside your fears. I'll be responsible and you can trust me.
Gaos is causing vast damage, but so far no effective method has been found for attacking the monster. This has become a matter of life and death for Japan, and perhaps for the whole world. The entire population is praying for an early solution to this desperate problem.
Sorry, boss.
You're all leaving?
Well, the work on the road is stopped. I guess we're all afraid of Gaos. He could come after us next.
We'd like to stay, but since there's no work...
When the trouble's over, you'll work again.
Kindly rehire us when that time comes.
I will.
Let's get started.
Take care of yourselves, boys, and give our love to the folks back
Don't
home.
take any wooden yen.
How long are you planning to stick around here now?
I'm still in charge here. Until I get orders to leave, I'll stay, even alone. Of course, you two are free to go.
We can't leave you here. You think we're scared of that monster Gaos or any old monster?
No, boss. We're not scared of that Gaos or any old monster.
Ain't she?
You scared us both to death almost.
Scared? There's nothing to be scared about.
Oh, there's nothing. You're forgetting about Gaos. He might come out any minute.
You needn't worry. He never comes out of his cave in the daytime.
What? Are you quite sure of that?
I write down all about Gaos. He never comes out except at nighttime.
Truly?
At night. Certainly a nocturnal animal, and therefore hides during the day, appears at night.
That would explain why we never did see him while we were making that daylight jet attack.
That means we only have to be careful at nighttime. Isn't that right? Colonel, are there big flares that can light up the countryside as bright as daytime?
There is the AGIL anti-guerrilla flare. It's true that it's still under development, but I'll be glad to test it now, if you gentlemen advise it.
I definitely think that it is worth trying. We should also warn the entire population to turn on all their lights.
There. Hey, you. Why don't you go inside if you're afraid?
Look who's talking. You got the shakes the same as I do.
I'm only shivering because it's cold tonight.
I didn't even notice it cold.
The monster! The monster!
Relax, boys. That's only a big flare to keep Gaos away. 6 million candle power, which is about 4 times stronger than the full moon.
We were only kidding. We knew it was a flare.
Gaos can't come out now.
We can't be too sure of that.
We gotta keep watch all night.
That's right. We're nearer to it than anyone else. So we'll have to signal in case Gaos comes out.
Yes, sir.
Here, catch. A sleeping bag and a radio.
I'll take the first watch, boss. You turn in.
Thanks, Freddy. Keep the fire going.
Don't worry. Hit the hay.
Not scared to stay alone?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Let go. You. See? The monster can't go out in the light. Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Outside, quick!
What?
Open fire! All batteries open fire! Gaos is moving southward. Alert all cities in central Japan. Evacuate inhabitants immediately. Repeat, this is an emergency.
Attention, citizens of Nagoya. Gaos hates light. Turn on all the illumination you have available. Repeating, Gaos hates light. The Shunish Baseball Park has been opened to the public. Gather here under the floodlights.
After causing widespread destruction and an undetermined number of deaths, Gaos soared back into the sky and disappeared.
Where could it have gone? We've got to get a picture.
Who wants to get as close as that?
One shot would be worth a fortune.
Let's turn back. He must be miles away.
Let's go! Slow down! Take the shot! Get the shot, stupid! Oh, there he is. Keep shooting. Shoot. Look, Gamera. What's that yellow vapor? Looks poisonous. Look, its head is turning bright red.
Fighting, I wouldn't have believed it.
So, what are we supposed to be looking for?
I don't know. All they said was to search the waterfront.
Look, what's that?
Those are Gaos! Ah!
There they are, down there.
Floating in the water!
There, you see?
All right, I see them.
They've gotten smaller. They were much bigger, huh?
Yeah. You kidding? This is no joking matter. I'm warning you.
I swear it, they were twice as big before.
You're mad.
It's true, officer.
I don't know what happened, but when I first saw them, they were 3 times this size.
It's hard to believe.
We'll run a full analytical test. We might learn something which could be useful in coping with this monster.
It's worth a try. Positive. You too. Say line.
Any success yet?
It's a daring theory, Dr. Aoki. Let's see if it works. The ultraviolet ray test.
Yes, Doctor.
What's that for? Cellular response?
I don't want to predict the result of exposure. Yet ultraviolet, I think, is the only likely way of stopping this new monster. We are ready to begin the experiment. Switch.
Yes.
Shrinking. Turn it off. Ultraviolet literally reduces the mass of its flesh.
I see. Then if Gaos were exposed too long to the sun, it would probably die.
It would die.
The moment the sun came up, his head turned red, and he seemed to be, well, quite ill.
I see. A sort of danger signal.
The obvious conclusion seems to be that our only hope of destroying Gaos is to expose it to the sun.
Yes. But how do we do it? Its survival instinct won't let it come out in the daylight.
If we could construct portable ultraviolet projectors, we could attack and destroy it.
I'm afraid not. Theoretically, your idea is sound enough, but in practice, it wouldn't work. The projector simply wouldn't be large enough to be effective. And by the same token, if they were large enough, they wouldn't be portable. Meaning the only way is to lure it out at night, somehow immobilize it, and wait for sunrise. Let us consider all suggestions, even the wildest, for accomplishing this.
It seems insoluble.
Gentlemen.
Agee! Say! Gamera beat Gaos, didn't he? Did you see it? How did he do it? Tell me what you saw.
Agee, this is an important meeting. We don't belong here. Honorable gentlemen, accept our humble apologies.
This is the boy that rode on Gamera's back. They are friends. Gamera saved you from Gaos, right? Take down everything he can tell you.
Yes, sir.
We humbly
Let's go.
Didn't you get dizzy flying around on his back, H.E.?
Oh, no. He flew straight all the time without making any spins, like he usually does.
No spins. That might just work. The way to immobilize Gaos is to make him so dizzy he can't move.
Dizzy?
Yes. The fluid in the Eustachian tube, or the inner ear, governs our equilibrium. If we spin around, we lose our balance. We become so dizzy we're unable to coordinate. We will lure Gaos onto a round pedestal and whirl him till he's too dizzy to move. The problem is the pedestal.
Can we build a pedestal that will be big enough?
We don't have time to build one.
There's one right up there. Look.
Headquarters, this is Transformer Substation. All generators are hooked in on the line. The rating is now increased to 2.5 times normal. Right? Very well. Substation standing by. Here we go.
All set? Gaos stands 210 feet high and weighs 25 tons.
Torque motor hooked up.
Very well. Call that into the substation.
Sobi, how in the world do you ever intend to lure Gaos here?
That's the big surprise. Hello? This is merry-go-round. The pedestal's fully reinforced.
Acknowledged.
Paco. Sir. No report from the medical lab?
Nothing yet, sir.
Anything yet?
A little progress. Check. Look. Your side still positive? So far.
All right. All right. Oh. Keep lowering. All right. Up. You two.
Boss, the shell's locked into position.
Check the gauges.
Sure. Hey, boss, what's that?
Why, a special kind of bird bath. You see, Gaos eats people, so the strategy is to lure him out by something that smells and tastes like human blood. No one's been able to make synthetic blood yet, but this stuff has the same taste and smell.
You think it'll bring him here?
According to the scientists, it should. Now get back to work.
Sure.
Observation post standing by.
Very well. Observation post standing by. Ready to move headquarters. Execute.
Boss, we got visitors.
Thanks.
Mr. Tsutsumi.
Can I have a word with you?
All right, what is it?
The villagers no longer oppose the road. We decided. We're ready to sell at your price, sir. All right?
Well, now that the work has stopped, the road may not go through your land.
You can
Please,
persuade the
help us to
company
get
to
the
buy our
contract.
property.
Now, wait a moment. My hands are tied. It's up to the company.
Thank you.
Boss.
Come on, Kuma.
Yes. You can't fool me. I know what you've been up to. How many times do I have to tell you that if you show weakness now, you're going to lose everything? Can't you get that through your thick heads?
If we're not able to sell now, we never will.
He said they may change the course of the road.
I'll carry on the negotiations. Don't try to do anything independently.
Look out.
Check the primary circuit.
Any word from Dr. Aoki?
No, sir. The lab hasn't reported yet.
Not yet. We are running out of time.
Dr. Aoki! Please look at this.
Yes, you succeeded. It's exactly the same as human blood. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, the wind is south-southwest. Velocity 10 miles. The forecast predicts good weather tomorrow.
Colonel, as you see, the meteorological conditions are perfect. It must happen tonight.
We're ready. Alert all military units.
Yes, sir.
Substation to command post, awaiting instructions.
Command post to substation. Switch over to remote control. Switch over to remote control. All personnel take shelter immediately. Hello, command post. Substation setting emergency condition red. End of transmission.
All right, then.
Command post to pedestal. Evacuate all hands and withdraw to the bunker.
Come on, hurry up, will you?
Acknowledged. All circuits plugged in and functioning, sir.
Good. 1 more hour till dawn.
Gaos
is apparently
coming
out. Right here.
The green light is showing. Operation Merry-Go-Round has started. Stand by. Stand by.
What's he waiting for, Captain? The smell of blood will lure it here.
Raise the level of the liquid.
Raise level in reservoir. Pressure is too low. Switch!
Contact!
Now raise the voltage.
Yes, sir.
Increase rate of rotation.
Can the motor stand the strain?
They are supposed to have a life of 2 hours.
Full speed, Colonel.
Hold it there.
Now How long before sunrise?
In 3 minutes.
What's the trouble?
Voltage drop.
Now what?
Circuit breaker stripped.
How long to sunrise?
A few more seconds.
Oh, it's coming now.
See?
The top of his head is red. He's obviously weakening.
Colonel! The power is dropping.
Unless the substation holds out.
Doesn't hold out. Our last hope is gone.
The power has dropped below the critical level.
What's wrong?
It's overloaded. The substation's burning.
Gaos has won. Science's last strategy for destroying the monster has been a total failure. Against a terrible creature like Gaos, our nation is helpless. We must all try to avoid panic, though our last hope has faded.
If only Gamera was here.
Animal One! Where are you? Come out!
What is it?
We'll never sell our land because of you.
If we hadn't listened to you and had sold the land right away, we'd be rich now.
You gave us bad advice.
Now, wait a minute. What's all this about? What's all the excitement?
You know. Toku went through the expressway engineering offices. They're changing the course of the road.
Oh, that's incredible. Why would they do that? A change like that would cost them a fortune.
They said you're trying to gouge them.
We should have our heads examined for listening to you.
You're responsible for that. So get the money for us.
Now, be reasonable, please.
Get out of it on at once. Hey, look, McGrath. Horses. My men. Cows. Who's going to pay? I've lost everything I own. It's your fault.
Get out! Get out! Get out, all of you! Leave my grandfather alone! You bad, greedy men! Don't be mean to my grandfather! I hate you!
You mustn't talk like this to your elders.
Dirty, bad, greedy men! Hurting my grandfather!
Excuse me, I know how you feel, and I'm so sorry for you. But I know that grandfather thought he was acting for your own good. He was only trying to help you all. Think a little. Don't be too harsh. He didn't mean to make you lose anything. Please forgive him.
But, Miss Toku. No. Let it go. Come on, everybody. Leave me.
Papa Gamera?
He put that bad old Gaos out of the way in a hurry. He can't stand Gamera's flames, that dirty Gaos. If Gamera was here, those men couldn't be mean to Grandfather anymore.
How could we call Gamera?
We could make a forest fire.
But why?
You'd see. Gaos hates fire. And you know Gamera loves it. He'd go right to it. He'd go on getting stronger while Gaos got weaker and Gamera could win easily.
But you can't burn what's not on your land, can you?
Oh, that's all right, sister. Set the mountain on fire and no one can say anything.
Start a forest fire?
Yes.
But Gauss's vapor might put out the fire.
In that case, we'd just go right on setting new fires till Gaos dies in the flames.
Yes, but it would be a loss of hundreds of millions of yen in forest land.
Don't think about money. You may not agree, but I think the gods sent Gaos to chastise our people. There's only one thing left to do, to clean our souls of sin, no matter how great the cost may be. Only through sacrifice can we hope for the forgiveness of the gods.
Thank you. Great idea.
Thank you, but it's really my grandson's idea. He firmly believes Gamera will come. If only we can start a big enough forest fire.
I think he may be right.
It's certainly worth a try. Maybe it's the only hope we have. Making it doubly imperative we do not fail.
Excuse me, sir. We'd like to volunteer to pave the way.
Now, fellas, calm down. I know you all are gigantic kaiju monsters. I mean, you gotta take your time, and plus, why don't we just shake hands and become friends? You know, come on, Kong, you and do the bump. That's right, do the bump. We can't get over there. Social distancing nowadays is a thing. You know, where's your masks at? Really, come on, folks, you got to start wearing them. You know, well, yeah. Hello, dear fiends. Yes, you caught me playing with a few of the artifacts here at the museum. I like to do that once in a while just to keep the dust off, you know. And speaking of which, well, you know, the new movie Godzilla vs. King Kong will be out soon. And I thought, well, since, you know, we can't play any King Kong movies or Godzilla movies, well, you know, tonight's feature is about large, gigantic monsters fighting together and well, you know, you get the idea. Well, I thought I'd bring out some of the artifacts back in the museum. And, of course, you know, the Godzilla, little Godzilla, and one of the King Kongs, you know. And I don't have, unfortunately, and shame on me, I don't have an actual Gamera. But this right here he's pretty close to a turtle-like creature. And he's actually a G.I. Joe deal when they had the G.I. Joe action figures and he could walk. Well, he used to could walk, and unfortunately he's gotten old like the rest of us, and he need a little bit more attention. But anyway, he has 6 legs, 3 on each side, and he has a nice turtle hardback shell, much like Gamera. And, of course, the turtle-like head with a little bit of a triceratops. But anyway, he's a wonderful little creature, don't you think? I think he is. So, okay, anyway, speaking of King Kong and Godzilla, you know, and that should be out before too long. I mean, you know, they're going to try to pit them against each other. And I'm hoping, whoops, excuse me down there, I'm hoping that they'll be friends like my friends here in the museum. That eventually, I know they'll have to slug it out and come out fighting for a little while. I don't know, it's testosterone or something for the male, for King Kong. And, well, we're not sure, Godzilla, male, female, it's hard to say. But anyway, I really wish they'd, you know, come out being friends. Maybe they'll learn to fight against or help some other foe that's even worse than two gigantic creatures such as Kong and Godzilla. Anyway, I got this back when the first King Kong movie came out. Well, not the first, but the new remake came out a year or so ago. And he's a wonderful creature here. He's got articulated joints. He comes with a little army fellow, and it's great artwork on the packaging. As you can see, I haven't taken him out of the packaging. You learn after 50-some years of collecting not to take your toys out of the packaging. Unfortunately, you can't play with them that well, but you get to keep them a lot cleaner and a lot better, and you can get to them. And anyway, keep them in the packaging. I think you'll find in the long run that that would be best. Anyway, this one didn't come with any packaging. This is the way he was sold. This Godzilla here, stomping on things. Anyway, this is just some of the items we have here at Gargoyle Manor, the Monster Museum. So let's get back to tonight's feature. Return of the Giant Monsters, or Gamera versus Gaos.
Hero, we've prepared the slopes on the south side of the mountain. Sir, fire crew's ready.
30 minutes before sunrise. Start the fires!
Sir!
Incredible power. It snuffs out the flames. Rock! Continue the fire attacks.
His head is turning red.
Good, Gamera! You got it now, Gamera!
The end of the monster Gaos.
Well, I guess you're happy. Now that you can resume work on the expressway.
Yes, we begin tomorrow.
Honorable one.
They are starting work again on the expressway tomorrow.
Are they changing the course?
No, those were just idle rumors.
We thank you.
Honorable sir, we thank you.
We owe it all to Echi.
Gamera, thank you! Sayonara! Sayonara!
My. You know, fighting against giant creatures like that sure works up the thirst, and I'm sure that Gamera is thirsty as well. And folks, you know, you might have been seeing my nice cup here sitting on the table. Well, this particular one was made by my beautiful wife, Melissa, and basically on one side we have the Frankenstein monster, and on the other side we have the Frankenstein's bride monster. And under him it's called Mr., and under her it's called Mrs. And on the side it's Monster. So, Mr. and Mrs. Monster. And if you guys want one like this, and just, well, email us or call us up on the phone, and just, you know how to find it and get in touch with us, right? So anyway, that's a little enough advertising. What about this film, this wonderful giant returns of the giant monster film? I mean, really, that Gamera really knows how to pack a punch, right? Right, Boris? He does indeed. And, we just can't wait to see him back in the theaters, my dear fiends. He's one giant monster. I mean, whew, we don't usually have a lot of giant monster films, but when we do, we have them that packs a punch. Well, seems to be getting that time again, my dear fiends. That time to go back to the coffin and Boris back to his perch, and you back to your beds, such as they may be. Well, until then, until next time, as always, keep screaming.